This week in AI didn't just bring updates, it brought a shockwave. We're talking about a tiny Microsoft model that works like a full digital employee, a new world simulation AI that remembers everything you do, Google turning images into interactive learning hubs, Perplexity launching a personal shopping assistant that feels like sci-fi, and Alibaba dropping AI glasses that look ready to replace your smartphone. Yeah, it's been that crazy. Let's break it all down. If you've ever wished your computer could actually use itself, Microsoft might have just delivered the closest thing yet. They released FARA 7B, a lightweight computer use model that acts almost like a small personal digital operator, one that clicks, scrolls, types, navigates, and completes tasks entirely from a screenshot, without relying on massive cloud systems. Most agent systems today are huge, multiple models stitched together, expensive servers, slow responses, and complicated pipelines. FARA 7B breaks all of that. It's a single model, tiny enough to run locally, but smart enough to interpret messy websites like a human would. And here's the unbelievable part. Microsoft trained it almost entirely through synthetic data, using a custom engine called FARA. This training engine sends AI agents into real websites across over 70,000 domains, where they perform full multi-step tasks, scrolling, searching, retrying, making mistakes, correcting them, just like real human sessions. Every session is reviewed by 3 independent AI judges, so the model learns accurate, grounded sequences of actions. After filtering everything, they kept over 1 million verified actions, giving FARA 7B the kind of exposure most lightweight models never get. And the results show it. WebVoyager, 73.5%, OnlineMind2 Web, 34.1%, DeepShop, 26.2%, WebTailBench, 38.4%. That last benchmark is important because it tests real-world messy tasks, job portals, real estate, multi-tab research, the kind of stuff everyday Americans actually struggle with online. What's more impressive? A full task costs around 2.5 cents, compared to nearly 30 cents with big GPT-style agents. Cheap, fast, private, runs locally. FARA 7B is the first sign that computer use AI is becoming something any consumer can actually run, not just big tech companies. Now let's talk about the update that shocked researchers, PAN, released by MBZUAI. This is not another text-to-video model. This is a world model, a system that remembers your actions and continues the simulation instead of resetting every time. Imagine telling an AI, turn left, then walk forward, then move the robot to the red block. And instead of generating separate clips, PAN updates its internal world and continues from where it left off. This is huge because almost every video model today forgets the moment the clip ends. PAN doesn't forget. Its architecture combines Qwen 2.5, VL7B for reasoning, 1.2.1 T2V14B for high-quality video generation. But MBZUAI didn't just glue them together. They built a full pipeline where reasoning stays clean and stable, and the video generator simply visualizes that evolving internal world. One of the toughest problems in video generation is consistency. Characters morphing, colors shifting, objects drifting. PAN solves this using causal swine DPM. It generates the video in chunks, but every new chunk can only reference past frames, not future ones. This forces continuity, stability, and long-term accuracy. They even add a small layer of noise to conditioning frames, which helps the model ignore irrelevant pixel details and instead focus on structure, direction, and cause and effect. The training was massive, nearly 1,000 NVIDIA H200 GPUs, which is the type of hardware only elite labs ever touch. And here's the part people didn't expect: performance. Agent actions, 70.3%, environment changes, 47%, overall, 58.6%. The highest among open-source world models, even beating several commercial systems. When connected with an O3 level reasoning engine, it hit 56.1% planning accuracy, meaning it can actually simulate what happens next scenarios for agents, robots, and virtual environments. This is one of the clearest signs yet that we're moving toward real digital world simulations, not just pretty video clips. While Microsoft and MBZUAI dropped heavy research, Google released something smaller, but extremely practical. The Gemini app can now turn static images into interactive diagrams. Tap on any part of a biological diagram, a mechanical blueprint, a chemical model, even an astronomy map, and Gemini instantly shows definitions, context, and explanations right inside the image. No more jumping between tabs, no typing extra questions, no disruptions. Everything happens inside the visual you're studying. For students, educators, researchers, and visual learners, this is an absolute game changer. Google is clearly positioning Gemini as a complete learning environment, not just another chatbot that answers text prompts. Perplexity also made a big move this week. They launched a conversational shopping assistant that directly competes with OpenAI's new shopping mode. Here's what makes it special. It remembers your past searches, preferences, style, patterns. So when you ask something like, best winter jacket for a windy morning commute in San Francisco, it pulls context from your previous queries. If you say, okay, what about boots? It continues the same conversation naturally. It's rolling out first in the US. Desktop users get early access, and PayPal is handling the payment layer. Perplexity claims that users browsing through this assistant have much higher purchase intent because the recommendations feel personal, not like the typical ad-loaded shopping results. And then there's Alibaba. They just launched a full lineup of consumer AI glasses in China, and these things look surprisingly ready for mainstream use. The flagship Cork S1 and the affordable Cork G1 come in multiple styles and tie deeply into Alibaba's ecosystem. You wake them up with Hello Quen, or by tapping the frames. They offer real-time translation, visual question answering, instant object and price recognition, navigation, notes summaries, teleprompter mode, AI-enhanced photos, and 3K video recording, up to 24 hours battery with swappable dual cells. The S1 has dual micro-OLED displays, bone conduction audio, and a shockingly fast camera trigger. Prices start around $525 for the S1, $260 for the G1. These glasses reflect China's booming wearable market, over 50 million units in one quarter. Alibaba clearly wants Quen to be the intelligence layer across phones, browsers, glasses, and smart devices. So now the big question is this. Which of these updates do you think will shape the next year of AI? Microsoft's Mini Agent? The world simulation model from MBZU AI? Google's interactive learning? Perplexity's personal shopping? Or Alibaba's AI glasses? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.